18.
Here I come.
Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. 17 yards on the game's opening play and a quick first down. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. A big run there, 29 yards and a first.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw down that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there. Rodgers now to throw. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. It'll be a gain of 4, and that'll make it a second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. To throw, it's Rodgers. It's caught here by Adams. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. A good-looking drive for the Packers so far. It's a first down.
Check, Mike. For the 50. Pick it up.
General West.
Kill. No.
They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Throwing now is Rodgers. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
Following the sack, they go from the 13 on 3rd and goal. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Jay Sternberger, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Packers take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one taken from the 7. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
Ready. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Here we take 3. 2 steps.
A first carry for Leonard Fournette.
Go,
run. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches.
And that's why you spend a first-round draft pick on a running back, not for just the fancy runs, but these dirty, gritty 3rd and 1s, 3rd and 2s. That's why you draft him.
They go play action here on 1st down. And this is going to be intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Pretty good results here on the 1st down run as he takes this forward for about 6. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4. From the 27, Rodgers. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
All right, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up. Back near your own goal line, I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. A punt of 46, a return of 5. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs. So they've got
and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. 20, 10, and into the end zone. It's a pick-6 and a Packer touchdown. And this defense looking like they have come to play the pick-6, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visit. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski. That's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Rodgers. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Rodgers going to throw. He sets up the screen to Jones. And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the first by a few yards. 8 yards on the screen there, not enough. And it'll be 4th down. Here's J.K. Scott now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time.
The Jaguars take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. They run on 1st down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. Kenny Clark, the big D tackle there to make the stop.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 31-yard line.
8-3. 54. Right 54. Check that out. Snap.
On 2nd and 11 now. Minshew. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 27 yards there, a 1st down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Minshew. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Cameron Hayward, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Throwing on 2nd and long. Minshew. Buying time to his left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Preston Smith comes in for the sack. 2 minutes to play, 1st half. It's 14-0. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And they won't get a chance to bring this one back. It goes out of bounds, back near their own 20.
At their own 22-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, it could really put them in command before intermission. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Now it's Rodgers. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He's going to wind up and air it out. And got his man complete. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Rodgers now on first down. Well, that certainly changes things.
Yeah, I think the thought process is they'd take this lead into the locker and run something simple here and run the clock out. Instead, they get the big play. Now they have a chance to increase what they've done in the first half.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Rodgers now nearly perfect. 9 of 10 in this first half. It's first and 10. Rodgers to throw once more. And that one falls incomplete. Try to dump it underneath. Now second down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on first and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Ball on the 30 as they come up second and 10.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
To throw is Rodgers. To throw again. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on third and long.
Get in the white room.
Play action. Now it's Rodgers. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. It's a gain of 16 and a first down for the green and gold. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's second and 4. Now Rodgers. Incomplete. He was looking for his running back, Aaron Jones, that time. And it's third and 4. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Rodgers again now. And the Jags get to him as down he goes.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
And this one is right through. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This one taken just inside the 10. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
At their own 32-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them.
Switch up, switch up. Hey, echo.
On 2nd and 9, Minshew. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Za'Darius Smith able to record his 5th sack of the season.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
He's going to let this go deep for Lee. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, and especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Here's Rodgers to throw. And that's complete to Adams. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 13 yards, 1st down, Packers. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Let's go, defense. And here we go.
On 2nd down now, it's Jones. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Rodgers. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that'll be incomplete as it's knocked away. But a penalty flag is down. So who's this going to be on? So they decline it as that will bring up 4th.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played, but you've got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties. And they wisely did not take that one and made it 4th down.
A 46-yard punt, 4-yard return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
A shotgun give to Fournette. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
He's got the hook up to Lee. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. To throw on 2nd and 10. Minshew. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Now Minshew. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Za'Darius Smith in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Here's Logan Cook now as he's on to punt for Jacksonville. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Watch the flag, watch the flag, watch the flag. Watch the flag, motion, block.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. J.J. Nelson, the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
And now offensively, it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now, the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. You take it right on the 30. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And right now these guys are shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. And down inside the 15 he goes. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the 1st down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Coming to you, coming to you.
A quick throw finding Lee out wide. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Marquise Lee. His first touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars make some inroads here on that deficit. They go for just 1 here as it's up and good. And that'll cut the lead to 17-7. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This one taken from the 7. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
Well, I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense. And they've done that. They've held them. The problem is their own offense hasn't answered their challenge, which was to score more.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you saying magic number was right around 20, and the offense has been the issue. You're right. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Brings up second and
2 jet bombers. 2 jet bombers. 30.
On second and 11 now. Rodgers. Now look out. Rodgers lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Now Rodgers. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. J.J. Nelson, 91 yards. Now the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. The extra point up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Tavon Young. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. Making the catch is Sternberger. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. And his kick here is good. And that will push this lead up to 20 now. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
At their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because
and now here's another interception. Picked up by Jair Alexander. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. Escaping the pressure right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away but could not. Yannick Ngakoue in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. The Packers on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is 3rd and 8. Rodgers now to throw. Looks for Nelson, and it's intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick. So they get the takeaway, but that's just step 1. They still have a lot of work to do.
But they don't want to focus on that now. Now it's about getting the ball in the end zone and hoping they can take it away again.
Yeah, still a 3-score game, though, 4th quarter. Very good starting field position for the Jaguars offense as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. And a loose football. And the Packers pick it up. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the 4th quarter.
Say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. This is Jones. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to 3rd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away. It's caught. Jones. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a 1st. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. He's got the 1st down inside the 10. And finally down at the 9-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Now Jones. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. If you're going to run against this unit, especially down here, just beware. I mean, they're the top rushing defense in the league.
Yeah, and then they go ahead and they double down with the whole thing because you think, okay, let's throw the ball. Oh, yeah, that's right. They defend the pass pretty well, too. Very difficult task right now.
Dancing to his left. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory.